Hey everyone, I'm back with another gameplay video playing Domain Zoo. So I just went to MagicCon Chicago this past weekend. I played in one modern event there. It went okay. I was one of the secret lair showdown kind of qualifiers. So it's a 5-round single elimination. I lost in round 3 to Murktide after beating Hammer Time and the Atraxa Gorgios Vengeance. I did play the list from my most recent sideboard guide update, so I was playing 3 Leyline at the Guildpact. We are going to reference that sideboard today. It's obviously pretty similar to what I'm about to play. So overall, I thought the list felt fine. Again, there haven't been any kind of like major modern events since the US RC a couple weeks ago, so it remains to be seen how like the modern meta is going to settle out. I think it's maybe starting to settle out, and I think Guildpact is, right now everyone's playing Guildpact. I think it's still good. I was playing 3 at MagicCon. It won me, I think, 1 game or maybe 2 games. So it's definitely strong. Obviously, it's, if you have it in your opener, it feels amazing. If you draw it, it doesn't feel as good in a deck like this. But anyway, I wanted to try out some slight tweaks to the list that I've been playing. So I am going to play 4 Guildpact today. It's kind of starting to look like it is going to be like a 0 or 4 sort of thing, just to maximize probabilities of you having it in your opener. I did cut 1 Stubborn Denial. For a while, I didn't want to do that because like Cascade is everywhere, but I couldn't figure out what else to cut. Like you could cut a Bolt maybe. I don't know. Everything else seems good. So I just moved a Stubborn Denial to the sideboard. This is like where Flusterstorm usually would be. I think Stub is like generally better. Fluster's like a little more narrower. So this is just like Stubborn Denial come in against decks where they have a lot of pieces, where Stub's really strong. So basically like combo decks. I'll bring in the 4th Stub. The other change to the list, so we got 4 of everything, as you can see, except for I have tweaked the mana base a little bit. I wanted to try out one of the Surveil lands. So we're playing, instead of, if you know me, if you've been watching for a while, I have been playing 13 fetches, so I've been playing Misty Rainforest as a 13th fetch instead of Zaggoth Triome. Today I'm going to try playing Hedge Maze instead of that 13th fetch Zaggoth Triome. So basically I have 1 Triome, Savai Triome, and then we have Hedge Maze, which would be the colors of Zaggoth Triome, just without the swamp. I'm not sure. I don't think you want to play more than 1. I think you have to be careful in Zoo with the number of tap lands you play, just because we are an aggressive deck that's like trying to curve out. So I probably wouldn't be playing more than like 2 tap lands between your Triomes and your Surveil lands. So, and again, for a while I cut down, and I was just playing 1, and that's what I did this past weekend. But I want to try out the Hedge Maze. It might be useful enough to, you can fetch it up, you can kind of filter your draws a little bit, things like that. I think just as a 1 of, and to me, these are the colors that make the most sense to do. We do still have Breeding Pool in the deck. I think you still need Breeding Pool as like untapped green-blue source. But, we're still kind of tweaking this and seeing like, hey, what can we get away with lands? I think some people have talked about you could maybe even cut to 20 lands. You could cut the basic plains right now because Guildpact is going to, for one, there's not a lot of Blood Moon around. And 2, Guildpact kind of solves some of the issues of Blood Moon. So basically, like, as you know, you can get a basic and then get all your colors that way against decks that pressure life total. So against like Burn, even against like Prowess, Rhinos, like things like that where they're like really pressuring your life total. And sometimes you're like, I just need to get the basics to not like take a ton of damage, like after I fetch shock once or whatever. But like now with Guildpact, you can potentially not take any damage from your land. So I could see the argument. Some people talk about cutting the basic plains because now you have like kind of more outs to Blood Moon. The reasons you played it before are maybe a little different now. But for now, I'm still playing it. And like I said, I'm just changing the Hedge Maze. I don't know if 20 or 21 lands is correct. I think 21 lands is like has always kind of felt right to me. In fact, sometimes I even think about going up to 22 lands. And I have done that before. I think the only issue is the reason for playing 20 lands is, well, you can argue that Guildpact does fix your mana a little bit, but the problem with like cutting from 21 to 20 is like you'll reduce your chance of being able to curve out to turn 3, basically. So sometimes like our deck wants to be able to play a 2-drop on turn 2, 2-drop on turn 3, and then like hold up Stub or something. And it gets a lot harder to do that on 20 land. It gets less consistent to do that on 20 versus 21. Also, if you're ever trying to like hard cast Leyline of the Guildpact, it's going to be a little harder on 20 lands than on 21, but those might both be like small enough things. I mean, we already cut 1 Stub, and that's like the biggest reason to want to get to 3 lands in a lot of matchups. So again, we could maybe go to 20 and cut the plains. I don't know. There's some tweaks to be made maybe in the mana base. We're still kind of adjusting to how does Guildpact change how the deck functions. Moving over to the sideboard. So I'm back to playing Reprieve. I did play around with Repulsive Mutation a little bit, and I do actually think it's good. The only issue with it is there's kind of two problems I see. One is you can't counter things that are uncounterable. So if you're talking about like, I want to, you're talking about Delayed Halfling giving like One Ring or Grist or something like Teferi Omnath, making it uncounterable is kind of annoying. Cavern of Souls, which isn't super common these days, but sometimes Amulet Titan plays it. But also things like Supreme Verdict is another spell where like you really want if you're playing against blue-white control or like Omnath builds, you really want to be able to reprieve that Supreme Verdict to win the game, and you can't really do that with Guildpact. But the bigger issue than all those is it is a little rough on the mana. So basically, Repulsive Mutation requires you have green and blue on separate mana sources, and if you look at like how our Triome, I only have one Triome is set up, they're on the same mana base, same thing. So like, yes, it is possible for me to have green and blue, like I can have Temple Garden plus Steam Vents and things like that, but it can get a little clunky where like you might have to tweak your Triomes, or I think it'll just be a little harder than mana base. That's why I went back to Reprieve. I think it still could be a better card. It's kind of needs more testing, but I'm like hesitant to play something that requires me to like change the mana base because it's going to end up making your other cards worse. Like, so it can be tricky to do something like that. The rest of the sideboard is like pretty much stock. We have Prismatic Ending. Again, we have that stub. Force stub here, Legion's End, that's going to be for your Rhinos and Yawgmoth. I still like Tear Asunder and Force of Vigor. Again, I don't know if Pick Your Poison is better than one of these, but this is what I'm on right now for other people's Guildpacts, other people's Scions, and then still good, just versatile. So we'll see. And then 3 Chalice of the Void. So I tried Drannith Magistrate out for a little bit, and then I just went back to Chalice. I think I've seen some players who have tested a lot of Zoo recently, like with the Guildpact version, and some people say like, oh, the Rhinos matchup is now about Jegantha, and then I have other players who are like, no, it's just like Chalice is still amazing. So, and obviously Chalice is very strong against Living End, so I still have it in the sideboard. The biggest difference between this and Drannith Magistrate for me is that this is 0 mana. So, like, yes, it does open you up to maybe like we have Guildpact, you have Scion, you have Chalice. Like there'll be times where your opponent can get the 2-for-2 with Force of Vigor. But at the same time, it's like, you're not slowing down your game plan at all by casting Chalice. So you're just curving out your creatures. So even if your opponent does deal with the Chalice, sometimes, against like Rhinos, they then still have to deal with your creatures on board. Living End's obviously a little different, but I do actually think our Living End matchup is a bit more favorable than Rhinos is, just because even without Graveyard Hate, it's just we're a deck that applies pressure and plays, 6 pieces of permission. That's just hard for Rhino or Living End to deal with. In combination with 3 Chalices, it's just like they have to take damage from their lands to like do their cycling thing, and we just apply pressure. So anyway, that's what we're looking at in the sideboard. So I'm going to just play through an MTGO league. Again, still tweaking, refining the list. I haven't really settled down onto a list where I think is like amazing. We'll see if Hedge Maze is valuable enough, or if we like draw it too much as a tap land, and then we're just like, man, this sucks. But I think it should be good. As a one-of, it's probably not changing things too much. We're just going to play in a modern league. And if you enjoy this kind of content, you can subscribe. If you're already subscribed, you can support me with a one-time or a monthly payment. All that information is in the description if you want. And again, I've got that free sideboard guide out, which I'll be referencing today. So you can also find that link in the description as well. And we'll get started here with round 1. Okay, starting off with round 1 here. This is going to be a mulligan, this hand. I don't really like keeping hands that are just like kind of all reactive. Like this hand basically does nothing. I need creatures. Let's go ahead and mulligan this. It's a 1-lander, so we're gonna have to go to 5. Probably gonna keep this, and then just hope to draw a land. We're on the draw. Put back a Binding. Let's put back a Tribal Flames, and we're gonna just hope that we can draw a land in our first 2 draw steps to curve out here. I don't want to go to 4 with a playable hand. Ooh, okay. Well, our hand's pretty bad. This is probably Living End, I guess, if he's just pitching that. Can probably take Kavu, maybe. He doesn't want to. Maybe he'll take the Binding because he doesn't want to give me a creature back. Kavu does shrink his graveyard, though. Could also take the Nacatl just to like slow me down a lot. Let's see what he does here. Let's see what he pitched. Probably Living End. No, another Grief. Okay. There's no Living End in his hand. Also doesn't. Maybe doesn't have a ton of cyclers. Just really thinking about this one a lot. Assume if I was a Living End player, I would probably just take Nacatl being on the play. Although maybe you just ignore the Nacatl, it doesn't do anything. You put the Binding. Okay, he's going to take Kavu, which is like the graveyard hate card. Okay, he plays a basic forest. I'm confused about because I'm not used to seeing that in Living End. Maybe they've changed the mana base though. I don't know what he can cycle for. Okay, so he gets an Oliphant. Okay, not exactly a land. I think we just get Temple Garden here, and then Let's just hope we can hit a land. I guess we could get Hedge Maze and try to guarantee the land drop. I think it's better to get a creature on board. Although maybe that is closer than I'm thinking. I don't know. We're probably not going to win this game 1 against Living End when they turn 1 Grief me. Assuming they have the stuff to curve out, but they might not. Okay, they might have it now if they just have 2 land cyclers. And then, well, I don't know. Maybe they have to hit their 3rd land drop. It's a breeding pool. Plays breeding pool. Okay, so he's got another cycler. Okay, curator. All right. Well, I mean, we're very dead if, okay, well, we're very dead anyway. But yeah, I mean, Mold of 5 had to keep a 1-lander on the draw against Living End, turn 1 Grief. So, I mean, the only way we get out of this is if he just stumbles for a while. Even if we had a land there, we probably wouldn't have gotten out of this mess. But there's the land. Okay, so he's just going to take the binding most likely. I do get back a Kavu. Fortunately, I can't cast anything right now. It's not ideal. So he can just take binding. I'll get back Kavu, but his Living End's like big. I mean, not insane actually. Living End is big, but maybe I can do something here. Maybe I can top deck my way out of this. Creatures are pretty large, but I don't think he can one-shot me. I'm not really sure what he's thinking about here. It should just be the binding. Okay, it's the second Kavu. That is confusing. Why would you do that? If I draw a land here, I can bind like his Oliphant. And actually, I could even bind his Ent maybe. Okay, or I can just draw nothing. Yeah, probably should just scoop. Right, I could attack to try to find the land, but then my Kavu is just gonna get eaten. Yeah, it's not looking good for me. Again, I think that was better than going to 4 though. Again, we had 2 draw steps to draw our second land. Oh, and now we've had 4 draw steps and still haven't drawn our second land. I guess 3 draw steps we've had. Let's see, how much damage is this? I probably need to chump something. Actually, I'm probably just dead, right? 7 plus 6, 13. Yeah. So I can chump here. He does 5 plus 6 is 11. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah. Sweet. Okay, that's okay. Again, not the best opener against Living End, but I feel okay about this matchup usually. I don't think my opponent played entirely correctly, but like, why would you? I don't understand why you take the Kavu there, just because it's a creature that can block, so he doesn't want me to double block something. But I could just play the Brawler to do the same thing. Okay, going against Living End. Let's see what our sideboard guide says. I do think I'm going to keep the Guildpacts in. You could argue not to do it in this matchup, but so far I've just been keeping them in. Here we go. So we're just going to cut 2 bolts for binding, and then bring in our hate. Makes sense. I think a Tribal Flames is still fine because you can just like burn faiths. We'll bring in our chalices, bring in our stub, bring in our reprieve, and call it a day. Of course, we have to be mindful of Force of Vigor. He's definitely can have it and things like that, but I think we just do this. So yeah, I guess my only way out of it could have, I mean, like I said, I could have tried to get the Hedge Maze and surveilled 1 to like guarantee a second, but it wouldn't have even guaranteed a second land drop. I thought it was better to just get a threat on board and start applying pressure because there's a chance he stumbles there, and I at least am doing some damage to him. Otherwise, I'm still haven't applied any pressure, so I don't know. I think that was fine. I mean, this is a very medium hand, but we have to keep this because it's turn 1 Ragavan plus stub is very hard for his deck to beat. I think we wanted to get red-blue here because we want to play Ragavan turn 1 and then play Nacatl turn 2 and hold up stub. We're going to go Wooded Foothills into Steam Vents. I mean, he probably will have a subtlety here. I mean, the stand's not amazing, but I don't think I'm mulligan on the play a Ragavan plus stub hand in this matchup. So, and we'll probably just top the Ragavan, I guess. I guess that's close. Now we're on the play. We're gonna just top the Ragavan if he does this. This next turn we can just double spell Ragavan plus Nacatl. See if he's got it. Does not. All right, opponent. Of course, we would like to draw another like 2-drop here to apply more pressure. Okay, so he's gonna take the stub, so we're not in great shape. But it's possible he doesn't have the thing again like he did last time. Turn 1 Grief into double land cycler into whatever. He's got to take stub. I don't know how this would be even close. All right. And we have a lot of live top decks. Again, I still think I keep this hand. I guess you could just have Dead Gone here. All right, that's not what we wanted to see. So we might have to cycle this Triome. Oliphant. I could save some life total, but I don't think I'm going to. Could also argue to not play Nacatl here and then just cycle Triome instead. I suppose next turn I can cycle Triome and use the treasure. So, yep. Again, it's hard to do. It's hard to apply that pressure without a 2-drop. I mean, we might just be losing this game. Or he had turn 1 Grief both times. It's hard to deal with that. There's the Ent. There's the Hedge Maze. I mean, if he just has the turn 3 thing, then we're kind of in trouble. We get a Brawler. All right, I guess we attack with everything at 11. So I was Living End for him to help him out. Okay, so we could cycle the Triome, try to find a Hmm. Hmm. I could also, the problem is that I want to use all my 3 lands to cycle a Triome, but at the same time, I'm open myself up. He could just like Force of Vigor these and then go off. But do I play around that? Probably not. So I could hit a Reprieve. Although, I mean, we would have to crack both treasures right now to do this. And he could, I think we will actually. I'll just play around Force of Vigor. It's not necessarily needed, I suppose. But again, I think we're going to have more than enough mana here, so that's not so much the concern. Concern is that if we don't get a counter, okay, we got a counter. So now, hopefully he doesn't have another grief, and we might be okay for a little bit. Again, I think this is better than just jamming Brawler. Looks like he's just going to jam. Good for us. So he's on 2-turn clock. And what are the chances he has another Cascade spell here? But he does get Shardless to block the Ragavan, which is kind of annoying, but we don't really have a way around that. So we'll make him have a second Cascade spell. I'm trying to think if I want to just trade the Ragavan here. I probably do to push through damage. It's not a good draw. Otherwise, he just blocks Nacatl, doesn't take any damage. Let's see, I could put him at 7. No, actually, I'm not going to attack with Ragavan. Basically, I'm dead to a second Cascade spell no matter what, so at 7. So at some point, we don't have a Triome in the deck, so we have to play green-black. You get 5 types. And we just gotta hope he doesn't have it. Does he know my last card in hand? He might, actually, with how I sequence this. I mean, if he's got turn 1 grief into double Cascade spell, you know, then it is what it is. He did discard one of my stubs and drew another one, but I had other live draws. I had Reprieve, I had Chalice. Assuming he doesn't have it, or else he would have just jammed by now. Like, if he could just hardcast a Curator, would be kind of annoying here. I just have to attack with Brawler, I guess, but then I'd have to actually trade. He goes to 5, okay. So, what is this, a Subtlety, most likely? Seems like a Subtlety. Oh, we get Hedge Maze. Huh. I guess next turn we can already make our thing a 5/3 anyway, with Windswept Heath, so might as well make sure we get something useful. I mean, what does he most likely have? Kavu good here? Like, either way, I'm dead to... I mean, it's better than, like, a nothing. Yeah, I guess we keep it on top. Either way, I'm dead to another Cascade spell, so there's not really a way around that. All right, play this. Let's see. If I attack here, he blocks Subtlety here. Oh, he can't even block like that, actually. He has to trade with Nacatl, trade with Ragavan, he's dead. So he has to do unfavorable blocks, so we will just attack with everything. Yeah, I'm expecting Subtlety here. Oh, Otawara maybe? Okay, it's fine. We'll go to 2. Oh, okay, yeah, I assume he will want to trade here. I mean, we don't have a way of playing around it, and he doesn't have a second Otawara. So he has Grief, and he's Yard, so I think we're just going to double spell here. Because, like, no, I don't need to. I didn't need to crack that right now, that was stupid. Like, I'm not going to bluff anything. I guess I could try to bluff it, but, like, he would have just jammed there. There's no way he's, like, playing around another thing. Oh, I just tapped my mana wrong. Okay. Okay. Actually, that's really devastating. I'm probably going to lose the game because I just did that. Okay, that's fine. Let's hope he doesn't play, yeah, sorry, that was just sloppy. I was, like, talking about what I was doing and not thinking. Because we would have obviously just had a creature on board, although he might just top deck a Cascade spell. Oh, man. What a matchup, huh? What a matchup. Okay, well, we could have played a little cleaner, but I don't know. Put in the comments how I could have played this one better. Other than I just tapped the wrong lands to play a creature, but I would have died anyway to a top deck Shardless. So, not the most fun Magic. Although, actually, he's dead to a top deck Bolt or Tribal Flame, so maybe we can get him. Maybe we can get him good. I think I'm dead. I mean, I'll play it, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead. I believe I am dead. Actually, maybe not. I gotta look at how much damage. I might have to chomp with something. Okay. So he can't attack. I'm assuming he's not going to attack with either one of the flyers. Although I don't know what he's exact. Oh, I guess he has a food token anyway, so never mind. I mean, he's still dead to, like, top deck Tribal Flames. Yeah. Okay, he cracks the food token. I assume he just attacks with everything. I think he can force some bad blocks here. I don't know if I have good blocks. I have to count up the damage. 8. No, I don't have good blocks. I have to... Yeah, I don't know what he's... Either way, he's dead to Tribal Flames. He doesn't want to attack. He wants to play it safe and not attack with one of his flyers. He doesn't have anything with Trample, so I could just, like, chump the end. I probably would rather trade something with one of the Shardlesses. Shardlie. I mean, if it's just going to do that. Okay. So, I don't think there's any reason to block either of these. Like, I can chump with... Right, so this gives me... By him doing this, this gives me out of Bolt as well. Well, I guess I don't get the out of Bolt. Let's see, I'm going to go to 8. Sorry, I'm going to take 9. I'm going to go to 3. I think I'm dead no matter what. Like, if I chump here, I stay at 8. But then what am I going to top deck? Like, another creature and play it. And then he swings for 5, 8, 3. Yeah, and then he swings for more than 8. Although, yeah, no, I think it doesn't make a difference if I block here or not. Tribal Flames? Tribal Flames. Okay. We drew a Stubborn Denial. That was fun. So, I don't think I mulligan that hand. I feel like he just had good stuff. If you have turn 1 Grief into turn 3 Cascade spell with Living End both times, like, that's about as good as the deck gets. Like, that's not something that's guaranteed. And he just had it twice. And we almost got there in game 2. He just then top decked the Cascade spell as his only out. So I guess he had other outs. He could have played another creature because I fucked up and tapped wrong. So that would have been one of his outs. But yeah. All he did by not attacking with all is give me another turn to, like, I guess maybe he didn't have lethal. He could put me at like 1 or something. Okay, back for game 2. This hand also sucks, so we are gonna mulligan this. Again, I don't want to keep 1 lander. This hand's fine. We could, again, unknown matchup. We could bottom stub with the idea that we don't have a creature turned on right now. We are on the draw. We could bottom Tribal Flames. Let's bottom Tribal Flames. I'm just worried that it could be like a combo matchup and this stuff might be relevant. What the fuck, dude? All right, well, I guess we're just gonna go turn 1 Ragavan. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what people are doing. There's a second stub. That's Tron. I guess I have a binding for whatever he plays on turn 2. All right, so we're just gonna bind that. Notably, no Zaggoth Triome in the deck. Would it be good here? This is awkward because I would like to get green-black, but I can't. I could also... No, I think I have to do this. I was like, I could try to do something else, like trade. Like, we're just doing this. And we could try hold up stub, but we'll probably just play Nacatl here. Holding up stub. He's probably just going to crack the map. So I'm just going to get more pressure on board. Okay, exile the tower, which is good for me. All right, so we got a little pressure on board. Again, we would like a 2-drop creature to like a Nacatl, a Kavu or a Brawler to be able to turn on stub here. That would be very helpful. Okay, go Saga. 1 ring. No, it's got to be an Eldrazi spell. Thought Not Seer. We'll exile my hand. It sucks. All right, well, I don't have great attacks here. He played a creature that's bigger than my creatures. So, great. Can't play that one. I guess I could have, again, this is like one of the few times I've ever seen that the Zaggoth Triome, not having the Zaggoth Triome is now like killing me this game. I probably would have just played Scion, then help stub. Now I can't do anything. Already knows about the stub, so he's not going to play into it. So just put Jegantha to hand. I think this is going to be a Jegantha matchup. Like, I mean, he's far from getting Tron online. I'm just going to put Jegantha to hand. It's like, he's in no way he's going to ever play into the stub with me holding it up, so just use my mana efficiently. So far, we have not seen a Guildpact, although seeing a Guildpact here would be not that helpful. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan these hands, but I think they were fine. I mean, now I'll just play 1 ring because I tapped out, of course. So I could have not tapped out there, waited. Gonna play Chalice on 0 because he has Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, we're in the Leyline Binding waiting room. A double block to kill the Thought Not Seer and draw a card. That can win me a game. I think it will, actually. I mean, I don't think I'm winning the game just like sitting with my creatures doing nothing this turn. I drew a card. I mean, I guess we have stub up for future shenanigans. Although he's got 1 ring, so you can just like draw a million cards. You can also tutor something out with the Saga. If he starts, maybe he played Chalice because he wants to start making constructs. I think it was better to hold up stub than play Nacatl. Although he knows about it, so again, he can play around it. And with a black source, I could play Scion plus have a 5/5 Kavu. I'm just going to equip Shadow Spear. I mean, I guess this is something to stub. Maybe this is just bait, but keeps this thing smaller. Okay, he's drawing. So what do we need? A removal spell for his construct would be good. Ragavan's not very good. I don't know what I do here. Right, because I could attack, but that guarantees I'm going to trade my, basically throw away my Kavu to this construct. I could top deck a Bolt. I could top deck a Binding. I could top deck another land, which would allow me to, like, such a bad exchange, though, but, like, am I winning against him just drawing unlimited number of cards? Probably not. Like, I could also try to dash Ragavan and then force him to take the damage, but then give up my Kavu, then loot away Jegantha. I think I'm going to do that, actually. Well, this is, like, not... I'm in a kind of precarious position. This is not a good one, because he's just going to start gaining a lot of life, so I really need, like, an answer to this construct. Well, it gives us 5th type, but we have to... Oh, I didn't even attack... All right. Well, we would have been able to play Scion this turn. I don't know what happened. I thought I attacked with all my creatures. All right, sorry about that. That was just a terrible play. Yeah, I don't know what happened. MTGO, classic. So I played 2 mana to dash my Ragavan and not even attack him. That was great. I mean, we're probably going to lose this game anyway. He's drawing like 10 cards off 1 ring. But we certainly didn't help ourselves misclicking there. I think we were gonna have a great shot getting out of this. I mean, he's out 6/6 lifelink trampler. Maybe we would have though. I mean, he's only got 1 threat on board. If I don't know, now he's got 2, I guess. Whatever. Or just play another One Ring. Oh, not here. Okay, I mean, exile Scion. So that would have been in play. He would have exiled Ragavan probably, and we would have been in better shape. All right. Well, now what do we do? We'll top deck something useful. I mean, I trade, I guess. Like, what the fuck am I doing? This allows me to trade with this construct. Probably what I need to do. Get the construct off the board. Trade Nacatl plus a bolt with the construct. Take 4. Oh, man. I wish I had a Scion on board, huh? That'd been sweet. Cracks the map. What is he getting? Probably another. Oh, maybe Blast Zone to blow up the 1-drops. Probably what it is. Oh, it's another Saga. Okay. Do I get rid of the Ragavan or the Nacatl? Oh, never mind. It's now 6/6, so now I have to block with Nacatl. Do you have another art? Right now I can't even kill it. Now it's a 7/7, so now I have to trade my entire board for it. Man, that's so bad that he got another artifact. I mean, I don't know how I win this, right? I'm going to take... So I can put everything in front of it, take 3 damage, and then maybe top deck a removal spell for his Thought Knots here, and he won't be able to kill me. I think we got to do something like this. I mean, it's not great. Of course, like, we didn't help ourselves here, so let's do the damage first. Blow ourselves out. All right, so we are... let's see. Top deck a Binding for the Thought Knots here. I mean, I don't know. We're not winning this game. We're not dead. Let's see. He has another removal spell. Yeah, so maybe I could look at my sequencing and be like, should I have held up Stub there or not? I don't think so. But Jegantha didn't really help me. I just like discarded Jegantha, so maybe I should have just held up Stub to force him to at least have to wait a turn for 1 ring. Sacrifice Mind Stone. Okay, he has Dismember too. Okay, so now we're gonna go to 1. Okay, well, I mean, we got totally blown out by Tron. Of course, we had that misclick, which hurt, but I don't think we were gonna win this game even without that. And you could argue I shouldn't have like traded my board at certain places, but I don't think I was gonna win without doing that. All right, so now what? He just like blows up all my lands. Yeah. Our GG opponent. So far, my deck has not been very good. I think we've had some kind of okay hands, but we haven't had the combo. So, but that's also good that we haven't top deck Guildpact as a dead draw. It's just like usually like this should probably be a favorable matchup, but I don't know. Like I don't even know what to sideboard for this, honestly. Reprieve, I guess. So, but it's like better than Bolt, maybe. I mean, he has some creatures here, but probably yeah, Reprieve's better than Bolt. I don't think I want Force of Vigor. Do I want Tear Asunder? Yeah, I do want Tear Asunder. I guess we'll just sideboard like we do for Tron. Although Bolt's like marginally better, so let's see what we do for Tron here. Cut all the bolts for 2 Tear Asunder, 2 Reprieves. I don't know. He does have the creatures. Maybe we keep 1 in. Oh, we have to cut something else too. Maybe Nacatl's not that good against his like weird like things like this. Cut all the bolts. Like I don't know. I don't know what the E-Tron like sideboard plan should be. He does have like blockers for my creatures, but my creatures are also bigger usually, so I don't think it matters that much. I don't know. Maybe it's got a Vial. Cavern of Souls. Cool. Merfolk. This is a Lord, then I'll just take it. Nice. Nice. Just gonna bind that Lord. The race is on. I will be taking the Lord, unless he has a Force of... No, it's on his turn, never mind. We'll now take 1 damage, which is fine. And then we'll play Triome and play Scion of Draco. Well, first we'll swing for 3. And again, I don't want to... I will run out the Kavu at some point. I'd rather... I think I like my sequence here. Just to play around the blowout since I could. Subtlety? If he subtleties this, I'll just top it. Looks like he's thinking about it. Next turn, then I can double spell Kavu plus Scion, and then I feel less bad if he just tricksters it to kill it. Yeah, he does not. I feel like if he had subtlety, he was going to use it there. I mean, I think he's like pretty far behind. Could have Dismember, I guess. Maybe he's just saving it. But that's not great for him either because it causes him to lose a lot of life. I mean, his Dockhand has Island Walk, but it's pretty small right now. And he doesn't have a flyer usually to deal with Scion. Could have Dismember. Okay, attack with this 1 for 1. Let's see if he flashes in a Lord here. Doesn't look like it. Maybe he's got Svelun of the Sea. All right, what the hell is this? Trickster, blow out the Nacatl. I do draw Bolt, so I can just bolt the Trickster. Like he could go Trickster plus Mutavault. Oh, he could also, I guess, Trickster, try to double lock Scion. I think any of these situations I'm okay with because I'm just going to bolt him. Like I don't really care what he tries to do here. I mean, if he tries to blow me out, then I'll just blow him out. Things are happening. Things are happening. I guess he could animate Mutavault. No, he doesn't have mana to animate Mutavault and Flash and Lord. I'm assuming it's going to be some kind of Trickster. Like Trickster on Nacatl, and then I'll bolt the Trickster, and it'll be fine. I'll let him get the 2 for 1. Like some... Oh, okay. So check this move out. There's also another creature I can kill Kavu. Okay, so he's going to take 7, and then I feel like it is safe to play my Kavu. Even if he has Trickster, he has Trickster. I think he would use it there. Go land. I guess I don't need to play the land first, but play Kavu. I have an untapped land. I can get a basic if I need to, or if he tries to like Yeah, there's a subtlety. So it tells me he doesn't have a Tiebinder or a Trickster. We're just gonna top it. Subtlety, pitch subtlety. Kind of in desperation mode here. We'll just top it. I'm fine to play that in this situation. Could try to find a burn spell, I guess. But I don't know, he seems pretty good. Like, if he's subtleting that, it means he doesn't have Trickster or another Tiebinder. Phaelun is not going to help him that much. Looks like what it is. Yeah. So, like, I can just fly over the top, and he's dead in 2 turns. And he's still attacking with Dockhand. Okay. He could tempo me out somehow, I guess. Only attack with Nacatl. Oh, what a surprise. I'm just going to keep this land in hand, because I want to loot it with Kavu, potentially. Possibly he can tempo me out. Maybe. I don't know. I don't need to play this land. Like, I could grab Jegantha here, but I don't think that's right. He needs another subtlety in hand. He already pitched 2 of them. Plus, so his hand needs to be like land plus subtlety to chump Scion. Or maybe some kind of tempo play I don't know about. Or maybe Dismember on Scion. Okay. It's not going to do it. He's going to draw a card with Phaelun and try to draw into something. Right? I mean, this isn't 12 damage. This is 9 damage. So, unless I'm like missing something. Didn't have enough mana to do all that. All right, we got there. Against the Merfolk. Not a good matchup for us, although I'm guessing Guildpact probably helps this matchup out a lot. How are we going to sideboard against it, though? Do I have it in my sideboard guide? I do. Take out the stubs. Take out 2 Tribal Flames because of all the land destruction. And I think this is a Legion's End matchup. And it's a Prismatic Ending matchup. And it's a Tear Asunder matchup. So, like, Tribal Flames is obviously a good spell, but the issue is they have, like, so much incidental, like, land hate that Tribal Flames immediately, like, pretty quickly usually becomes dead. So I might actually cut 3 Tribal Flames here, just because I have that 1 extra Guildpact in. I think Guildpact will be good here, because it nullifies a lot of their land destruction / land hate. You could cut on Kavu, trim on Kavu, just because, like, it's not amazing this matchup with Tiebinder and the other thing, but I don't know, it's still fine. Like, in that situation, I just waited to play it until he had to, like, use up not get value out of his stuff, so I think it's fine. But yeah, I think this is a decent Legion's End matchup. Like, I can just kill a Lord for 2, see his hand, maybe discard another Lord, like, different options. He has a lot of, like, 2-drop Lords that matter. Guildpact plus Kavu. This isn't great, but I think with Guildpact, I'll probably keep Kavu. Double Kavu is not necessarily what I want to see. And maybe I get run over if I don't removal here, but this will also save me some life by not having to crack any fetches. So, no, actually, I'll probably have to crack a fetch to get a forest at some point. But other than that, actually, I don't really know the interaction between the Tideshaper. Okay. I don't know the interaction between Tideshaper and Guildpact. I guess we'll learn today. Sorry, not Tide. I don't remember what the card is, but the one that does the stuff. Gotta go. 3 Kavus is not what I want to see, but I don't know. We don't have to take any damage, and I think that's like a big deal in this matchup. Not having to take a minute, and plus, like, I have 3 Kavus. Like, you can have answers to the first one, but you won't have answers to all of them. I think I am gonna shock in this Temple Garden though. Although I could just play a forest or just grab a forest now. I guess we'll find out what this does, huh? Do I still have all 5 types? What the fuck? I guess not. But then I play another land and then I do again. How this works? I just bolt the Tideshaper. I don't really need to do that though. Yeah, I guess that's what this does. So Tideshaper's like not much less good now because every time I play a land, I just reset it. I don't know. It's like so bad if he has an answer. I guess I could have played this tapped and just bolted this, but I don't really care about the Tideshaper. I mean, I don't know if he's got other. I'm just gonna play these Kavus out because I can't even play the Kavus out. I'm an idiot. It's a blue source. That's kind of confusing, huh? If it was a basic, would it be like that? I guess I should look that up, huh? Yeah, I guess I was supposed to crack this to get a forest, and then maybe it wouldn't have mattered. What am I doing? I guess this will slow him down. This is fine. Yeah, I missed sequence there. I just didn't know how this interaction worked, to be honest. We can get a forest now. I guess I'll just get a forest then. We could also get something else, like tapped. Double Aether Vial, okay. So it's a little scary, but he can't Tiebinder right now, so I'm just going to do this now. Get a Steam Vents tap. Was he playing like Stifle? What the hell is this? Dismember or Nacatl. Okay, dude, use your spells on shit that doesn't matter. Okay, 2 cards in hand. Hope one of them can't kill a Kavu, huh? And if it can, then, well, I have where that came from. No, I will not pay 2 life. Oh, Brawler's better. Brawler, it's better. Yeah, so I think, what if it has other, I don't really understand how this works. So he's just going to put in a 2-drop. Lord of Atlantis. Got 1 card in hand. I think I'm feeling okay. I mean, we could still win this. Yeah, I can get him to use something before I cast all my Kavus. Okay, well, he's got 1 card in hand. It could be a Subtlety. That'd be annoying. Also, like, flash something in. And I guess he could double block with Trickster. If he does that, then I just play Kavu. Or just play Scion. Alright, I'm gonna still attack, like, if he has something. I'm expecting a Subtlety here. I'll probably just jam a Kavu and then bottom it when he Subtleties it. But he could have Trickster and then double block and then kill my Brawler. And then I'll just play... that's your plan, dude? What the fuck? Alright, I think I'm gonna play Scion. I guess it's less damage. We can't really block it, so... He has nothing in hand. Literally no cards. Oh yeah, Scion does the combo. That's right. That's why I would do that. Alright, I don't know how he can deal with the Scion. I'll let him figure it out. I don't think he has a way to do anything with it. Subtlety chump, I guess. He can't target with Trickster. I don't think he has a way to kill this. I could be wrong. Could have dressed down. Like now he just has start attacking. I don't think he can win this. Yeah, I got so excited. I literally forgot about the whole combo. Okay. And he's got no cards in hand. This game's over. But I'm just gonna play it out. Red, green, go Kavu plus Brawler. Green. Actually, maybe Kavu's just better then, because now he can't target it with anything. And they all have trample. It's like 5-5 versus 5-3. But I guess first strike doesn't matter. I don't see how he wins this. Like, I guess dress down. Actually, dress down would kill both my Kavus. As Merfolk playing dress down. Yeah, I guess we would play Kavu plus Brawler. I don't think he's got a way to win this. Could be wrong. All right, we got there. Combo, so strong. Yeah, that was an interesting interaction with the Tide Shaper and land. So I don't know if it had been a basic forest, would I still have been able to? I don't know. He changed it to an island, but I don't really understand. It must be a layers thing or something. Because like with Blood Moon, you can still tap it for all colors. Maybe if it was a forest, I would still be able to tap it for all colors. I don't know. I guess it's like different layer than Blood Moon because it's like turning it into an island. So it like gains the island. I don't know. Put in the comments something with the rules, layers, something. I could win the die roll, which is good. Let's see here. All right, we got Jegantha as always at our side. Oh, my opponent has Jegantha too. Scary. I don't think his hand's that good because this basic force is awkward. So like I could go turn 1 Ragavan and then turn 2 play a 3/3 Brawler. That's not very good. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. This could be the mirror. This hand isn't great either, but it's better, I suppose. And start with turn 1 Ragavan and then just try to put the gas on. Back. I need Overgrown Tomb, but I guess what's our sequencing going to be here? Red, white, and then green, black, I suppose. Yeah, save us a little life if it is the mirror. Could be other decks too, obviously. Other Jegantha decks. Or also Mulligan 6. If he just leads with his Ragavan, I can Tribal Flames it, attack, play Nacatl, but then he can play a bigger creature, so maybe that's like not a great use of Tribal Flames. Okay, he doesn't have the combo. It's also possible he's a different deck, so we're going to take a little damage here. There's not a way around it. Oh, yeah, I guess in previous games, which I didn't think of, I could have been cracking this land to Surveil. I could have gotten the Hedge Maze to Surveil. I should have done that. That was a mistake. I was just thinking about like the Murktide matchup and stuff where we're just sitting there. I guess they had Blood Moon out, so we couldn't. But there might have been some situations where I should have Surveilled. Oh god, he's Tron. All right, good luck to you, sir. Okay, we get a land. Dude, I've just been getting dunked on with the Zaggoth Triome, but I swear this like never used to happen before of not having Zaggoth. You know? Like it used to just be if you don't have Zaggoth, like this would never happen because your Ragavan dies. Star is not that useful. I'm actually gotta think about my sequencing here. I guess I just play Tomb, right? And then I can get no wait, this is awkward because I have to get green blue. Nah, this is fine. What a shock. I don't care about my life total. I'm gonna get Tron. Yeah, I guess like we could have played if we had Zaggoth Triome. Again, usually this hasn't been relevant in a long time. It might be that people are just cutting on like early removal, so this keeps happening, but normally my thing doesn't live. Okay, so he's gonna go Stirrings here. He's gonna get Natty Tron. He'll take a bunch of damage first though. You have to worry about O-Stone. Ooh, that's interesting. Maybe I just cast Guildpact. That makes sense. Back for 5, cast Guildpact. Instead of playing Scion here in case he has a board wipe. I don't know, maybe I'm being insane. Warping Well. He probably wanted that, huh? I guess he has ways to deal with Guildpact. I don't know. I guess I'm just worried about O-Stone, right? Because he could go O-Stone plus Crack and then kill all my stuff. So I could use my treasures and I could use the Hedge Maze here, or I could just not use the treasures and save them. I can go next turn Scion plus. No, I don't want to use the treasures right now. I'll just go really low on life total. All right, cast the Guildpact. I think this is right because I'm trying to play around a board wipe. Although it's like maybe iffy. He could just go One Ring, which I guess I'm fine with. All right, next turn we'll do a bunch of damage, gain a bunch of life, assuming he doesn't like do something crazy here. Although it's kind of like I thought Stirring is not instant speed, so I mean, he just must have Natty Tron and just go like One Ring plus O-Stone maybe. That would be hard to deal with too, but that's always hard to deal with no matter what my board state was. Okay, that's good for me. So he's got Stirrings, Sylvan Scrying. Okay, I guess we're still going to play no board wipe in the same way. He's going to be at such a low life total that it shouldn't matter. Or Ragavan with your other get map. You get Blast Zone, get Beseiju too. Okay, well that makes it interesting. I mean, you get Beseiju, but then he's going to spend it to kill that. Oh wait, I could just gain a bunch of life. That was stupid, huh? Sorry, that was sloppy. Because I would have just gained 5 life from that. And they would all had Vigilance. That's okay. I could also play One Ring. Seems a little greedy though. I don't have enough to do it all, do I? can't play One Ring plus. I could Tribal Flames him to 3. Like, the problem is I have to look at what does Oblivion Stone say? It's like destroy... I guess I'll look it up what it does. I don't know, I could almost play One Ring here. And just try to play around the board wipe, and then he's dead next turn no matter what, basically. Oh, no, we're not going to play that. Like, I'm trying to think of how he gets out of this. I guess he's not dead. I don't know, maybe I'm getting too cute here. But I'm just trying to play around an O-Stone. Because I want him to basically crack an O-Stone, and then if we hit land here, that'd be nice. Just crack it now. I was about to say I wanted to like crack the O-Stone, and then I can just play Scion. Okay, we got Stub, which is obviously going to be very strong here. Kind of cool, the One Ring with all these colors. So maybe you can argue I was just like playing with my food here. But I don't know. I don't think my life total matters in this. Like, yeah. I guess he can pay. So let's see. If I O-Stone him, if I stub this right now, he can pay 1. But then he doesn't. I think we're just going to stub this. He can pay 1, but I think he doesn't have enough to crack it then. I think I got this. Right? Unless I'm wrong. You'd have to have another tower now. Okay, he does have another tower. So he has exactly enough to crack it, but he has to crack it right now. Okay. What's going on? So he has 4 mana. No, he has 3, 2, he has 5 mana. Okay. Well, now we just kill him. Right? So I have 5 types, so I have to bolt him right now. Back with everything, and then Tribal Flames him. Force him to crack this. All right, I think we're smart to play around O-Stone. So maybe, I mean, I forced him to exactly have tower in hand with that line. All right, we got there against Tron. Didn't even have to play my Scion. I don't think the Guildpact's super necessary in this matchup, but hitting his One Ring was nice. So sideboarding against Tron. So we want our Artifact Enchantment Hate, and we want our Stubs, and we want our Reprieve. So let's see what we don't want. See, I don't know if like maybe I'm supposed to trim on the combo here because I feel like they have ways to deal with it. But I think we're more supposed to trim on bolts for sure. And then we need to cut 2 more. Let's see what we usually do here. So from the free sideboard guide, 4 bolts. Okay, 2 Tear Asunder, 2 Reprieve. So this doesn't have Force of Vigor coming in for this. I think that's probably fine. Try this out. Maybe Force of Vigor is not necessary because like 2-for-1ing yourself against Tron isn't always amazing. Maybe on the draw it is a little more amazing though. I don't know. I can like blow. I can fight over the Tron lands early, but oh wait, I need something for this though. Damn it! I want my stub in. I don't think we made it the cut. Oh, MTGO. I gotta wait for it to respond. You can do it. Okay, we're good. We're good. No. I think we're good. I can get to show up. Oh, here we go. Choose my companion. So I would like the other stub in here. Again, we're playing around with 3 stub instead of 4 in the main, but obviously I need in this matchup. I guess we just do the thing, right? I have Binding to disrupt them. I have 2 Guildpacts instead of 1. So I guess these last few games have been a lot about the combo. I guess you can add Force of Vigor, but whatever, dude. So we turn 1 bind his, whatever this is about to be. Map? Yeah, we're going to bind his map. It's better than Hedge Maze. So I'm just going to keep him off Tron. He did keep a lot of mana, so maybe you could argue to hold this binding for something else, but right on time. I could also Hedge Maze, but I think I'm going to bind. And then hopefully I can just keep him off Tron or from doing anything useful while I beat him down with my 4/4 flyer, hexproof, million other things. He might just have Natty Tron. He had 7 cards, but not necessarily. Turn 1 binding. Pretty good. Plays this Besejo. A pretty desperate move. I guess when I have this much stuff on board, then that's fine. All right. Let's see how you deal with a Scion of Draco. So you can still like wipe my board and stuff, but we're going to do a lot of damage to him first. He's still 2 turns away from Tron. Potentially more. All right. The race is on. I guess I can Hedge Maze next turn. Set up my draw. Sphere. Sure. Okay. Crack the Sphere. Get his last Tron land. And we're waiting. Okay. All right. I think we're in an okay spot. I just want to see what he just did. I don't know what my opponent just did, but did a thing. Okay, Brawler's good. I mean, I think we're just going to play everything. Like, he could have O-Stone again. We got on top. But, no, I think we don't want something better. That's, like, pretty good if he's just going to play O-Stone. Maybe I should play around it. Okay, we're back after MTGO crash. I'm going to put this in my graveyard. So, I could try to play around. I can't really, at this point, play around the board wipe, so I'm just going to jam. And if he's got it, he's got it. And I accept that. I think he would have played O-Stone last turn, but maybe I was holding up mana. I don't think I was. I don't remember. Haywire Might, that doesn't help him that much. I guess he needs to blow up both of these because we could have to like double Beseju plus something else. So just attack with everything. Yes. Oh, he didn't even have another land, so maybe he's gonna try exile the Binding to get his another Tron land. And I guess just put Jegantha in hand. Yeah, I mean he's gonna try to gain life. But Brawler is trampled, so he's still gonna take 5. Yeah, so he gets his map back. Still gonna take. He's at 9. He's dead next turn. We'll play a land. We will put Jegantha in hand, and we will pass turn. And I guess he could have cracked the map for O-Stone. I don't know, he could do a bunch of stuff. I may play One Ring, cracks map. He's only got 5 mana, so maybe he's gonna play One Ring here. So, like One Ring? Yeah. Okay. So he can try to, you know, dig his way out of this. So he has cards that can do it. He doesn't even want to tap it though. So does he have a second One Ring? Or do you know that I could have Binding? Okay, well, I could also have nothing. I don't think I want to play Jegantha here. He knows I have Jegantha in hand, but I think I'm just like playing into Blowout. I guess he could go, like Worm Coil. I just hold Jegantha. Like I'm not gonna overextend. He might just have multiple rings in hand. That's why he's not tapping them. But I kind of feel like, yep. So he's probably gonna just play another One Ring. There's the O-Stone, sure. There's the Ancient Stirrings. There's a second O-Stone. So is he gonna chain along O-Stones here? Obviously knows I have Jegantha in hand. Well, he's gonna have to crack the first one now. Nice. I can't double spell though. It's kind of annoying. Yep. Yeah, we're just gonna crack these. I could actually play Kavu. I don't know. I think Jegantha's better. Just use the mana. Obviously, he can go like, you know, he can have a bunch of stuff here. He might still win this, but in a bit of a precarious position. I think I want to keep a red source in the deck if I can. So keep Steam Vents in, get another breeding pool. I wonder if I sequence this right. Because like maybe I could have had the fetch land better, so next turn, because I'm worried he's gonna blow up my lands, but I guess if he does, then Jegantha won't shrink, so it's fine. I guess I could have gone Guildpact plus Kavu, but I don't think that gains me a whole lot. If we just had like a little more pressure, then I think we would have gotten this. But now he has 10 mana for Ulamog. Okay. This is where I get punished, huh? Because I remember I should have kept an untapped red source in the deck, but he could just go O-Stone again, so he just like plays more O-Stone, like attacks me and then plays O-Stone, and it's just gonna keep cracking his O-Stones. Not the worst though, I can loot away this Guildpact. Karn, okay, so now he's just gonna blow up all my lands. So I'm in a little bit of predicament here. Yeah, I mean, maybe with some burn or something we'd have gotten there, but he was able to kind of get exactly what he needed just in time. I guess Kawi's gonna die to this, huh? All right, well, we tried. I think I played this correctly. I don't think I would have changed anything. He just had One Ring into O-Stone, which is what he needed to win. Get the Savai Triome. Just need a little more aggressive hand, or just something to counter stuff, which I didn't get. It's kind of what happens sometimes. That was turn 8 against Tron. I really expect everything to work out. Rip. GG. Again, I think I played that correctly. I tried to play around the O-Stone. He just, you know, chained along what he needed. And I didn't have any counters. That was the other big thing. Like, I have stub. I guess I should have one more stub in here. What is this doing? My MTGO is... Yeah, so I should have the one more stub. So maybe we cut one Tribal Flames for stub. I don't know. I don't love it. I like Tribal Flames in this matchup, obviously, just like close the door. But at the same time, stub will just do the same thing. Be like, I guess we'll just cut one Tribal Flames. Could also, I guess, just cut one Leyline. It's like, Guildpact is like fine, but obviously we saw there, if I just have Guildpact, it's not like amazing. So I could see the argument to just cut it. Like, we can win this without having to have the Guildpact combo. And he has a board wipe. So maybe I just keep all the Tribal Flames in. All right, well, we already did it. I could see cutting one to keep 4 Tribal Flames in. That's what I was trying to say. So I'm just looking for a 1-drop into a 2-drop here. Okay, I'm not looking for a 1-lander, though. Tempting as it is. All right, we're going to go to 5. All right, this is not the... We're going to keep this, but this is not exactly what I wanted, because he has ways to kill Guildpact on turn 1. So our options are... We're going to just play this. That's our option. And we're basically looking for anything that's spell. We will not take another land, though. So yeah, mulligan, again, the Scions like might just not be fast enough. I didn't want to have to keep this hand, but this is what we got. I wasn't going to keep a 1-lander. Okay, that's something, I guess, but we're just going to go Scion. So obviously you can have Haywire Might. You can have other stuff for the Guildpact. Problem is, like, we might not be fast enough. We need, like, Stub or Reprieve. But we mulled to 5, and we got what we got, so we might be okay. So much easier to do this on the play, obviously. But, I mean, he'll just have Tron next turn, so, like, we really need a Stub or Reprieve. Another Scion's fine, but again, you just go O-Stone. This is not lethal. It's 2-turn clock, but still think it's correct to just jam. Where is my interaction I need? Okay, he's got the Tron, and this isn't 1 ring. Okay, I would like a piece of permission. Another spell too, Max Fear. So he's just going off, drawing a million cards. I get a Besaju, I guess, but Besaju doesn't help him. Again, if he has O-Stone, he has O-Stone. Right now I don't have a way to answer it. That's not that scary. You can blow up the Guildpact, but that doesn't, like, I still have 4 Scions. Okay. I don't think I have, like, do I just play another Scion out into what is possibly an O-Stone, or I guess with Nacatl, it's a 2-turn clock. Like, I don't have, like, even if I play both these and I have 15 points of damage, so Bolt would end it, but I don't have any bolts in the deck. So I just like play Nacatl, pass, and hold this last Scion and hope that I can get there. Oh wait, I can't even play the Scion right now. I would need to grab a Savai Triome to do it. but I have to be careful if he blows up my stuff. All right, well, let's see if he's got it. Again, we just weren't fast enough. I don't think the Scion Guildpact is amazing against Tron. I think it's like fine, but I would have rather just had 1-drops than a 2-drops, but we didn't have that. And I also would rather see Reprieve or Stub, but we didn't have that. And I also would rather see Binding, but we didn't, you know, so it is what it is. Sphere. So I think he's like digging for his O-Stone probably. Maybe good news for us. Dormite. Okay, that doesn't do much. Gains him a little life. 7 mana. What is this now? Main deck Sundering Titan. Worm Coil. Okay. He can gain a lot of life now. Okay. Means he doesn't have a board wipe. So I'll just fly over the top with both these things. Stirrings. Again, he's going to look for his board wipe. Gets his O-Stone, finally. I mean, we're probably not going to win this unless we get a counter. We draw a counter for that O-Stone. That's how we win this. Okay, that's not a counter for the O-Stone, so it's probably over. Right. I mean, he's going to O-Stone. I can't even play this. We'll put Jegantha to hand. We'll play a land and go. But yeah, I think this matchup's just harder when you don't see your permission. And you don't, you know, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't complain about the draws. Like, I had the combo, but the combo's not that good in this matchup. It's fine. Like, I would have, like I said, I would have rather keep a fair 6 or 7, but I just couldn't. And I don't think I mulliganed that 5. But we just didn't have enough. It was like that. It is exactly the last game. Like, it's just not quite enough to get there when you don't have a 1-drop too. So he's going to gain like 10 life this turn by cracking the O-Stone and swinging with the Worm Coil. We're just going to play another One Ring. Star. I'm assuming he's digging for stuff. Usually favorable matchup. Like I said, just, I don't know. It's not like I'm playing less permission than I was before. Okay. Gain 6. And then O-Stone. Crack the O-Stone. And I play another Scion. And then we go from there. He has a lot of cards in hand, obviously. I'm not going to crack this land right now. There's no point. Ooh, Reprieve's juicy. Reprieve's really juicy because I can go Scion plus hold up Reprieve. That's actually really nice. Maybe we can battle our way back here. Although he has so much mana, it probably doesn't matter. Oh, and he gets those too. That's annoying. Cool little combo. So it's going to be hard to win this race. All right, well, we're kind of in trouble. I mean, he has 8 cards in hand. It's turn 6 against Tron. I think I played this all correctly. Let's see if I Reprieve this. He just replays it. I guess I have to Reprieve the Sundering Titan. Sundering Titan on cast. I guess I should look, huh? No, it's not on cast. Okay, let this resolve. So he's just gonna grab his One Ring maybe from his graveyard or from his exile zone. Another O-Stone. So he has 5 mana. But he can replay it, but then he can't crack it. I'm basically just cycling this. Is this what he grabbed? Oh, he has One Ring in hand too. So I guess I Reprieve the One Ring. I don't know. I don't know how I win this. Just gonna crack this again. Oh, I should have blocked the lifelinker. That was stupid, actually. I mean, he's gonna kill his Karn. But Tear Asunder's interesting. All right. Yeah, I should kill his lifelinker. That was really stupid, actually. Yeah, we're just gonna pass. That was so bad. I didn't block his lifelinker. That was so bad. It's gonna lose me the game. He's gonna gain 3 life every turn because of that. That was a big, huge punt. Could have killed Karn. I don't know. I'm not winning this game, but I could have given myself a better shot. So now does he just have 9? Yes, no, he has enough to recast. Yeah. So he's gonna gain 6 life. So we could have. I mean, we could have doubled like top deck double Tribal Flames, potentially won that way. But he just has. Yeah. Why didn't I block that lifelinker? That was so dumb. He's gonna gain 3 more life from this. So he would be at. He's gonna go to 17. He would be at 14 still. He'd already be dead. I mean, I'm just dead here though. Anyway, then block his lifelinker like an idiot. All right. I guess we'll kill Karn. I mean, he's got so many options here. He's got protection from One Ring. So what do we need? Tear Asunder to, we need to bind the One Ring. Oh no, we're dead. We're dead because that stupid lifelinker. Oh, we were probably dead anyway. Yeah, well, we could have played better. I guess I should have not complained as much. I don't know. I'm just a little frustrated with this, like what should be a favorable matchup and like my playing of just like fucking that up. Why am I so dumb? Like we could have, this thing did like 9 damage to me and gained him like 9 life. So we could have killed it. Like, I don't know what I was thinking. I just didn't block the lifelinker. And we could have actually still been in this game, maybe. So we're going to end up with a 3-2 here, which is kind of disappointing. I guess win by the combo, die by the combo. Like I said, Tron should be favorable. We saw 1 Reprieve too late in the game. Stub obviously makes a big difference. How does it feel overall? I guess fine. Like, I don't know. It feels bad to lose like such a favorable matchup, and maybe Tron's less favorable with the combo. I don't know. You can put in the comments. I still think it's pretty favorable. I think my opponent just, maybe I stumbled more than my opponent. I don't know. Maybe they just outplayed me. Like, I could have blocked that lifelinker and like bought myself a little more time. But at the end of the day, it's like I'm turn 8 against Tron. I'm not going to win that game. I just had to, like me doing, when they get turn 3 Tron, it's not enough to just have 2 Scions on board swinging at them. I needed to apply more pressure earlier. And like I said, if I had a Reprieve or Stub, it wins the game. But I didn't have either of those, so I lost the game. Overall, though, how's the list feel? I don't know. Hedge Maze was, I guess we binned one Nacatl. I think if I remembered it was in my deck more often, then I would have used it to set up draws. So I think that's definitely something. I feel like I definitely had the opportunity maybe against Murktide or maybe a different matchup. I just literally forgot it was my deck. But being able to fetch for a free scry is probably worth it. This league was like awkward because I felt like I had, there were a lot of times where Zaggoth Triome was like, I was like missing Zaggoth Triome, which like never happens. But like, I don't know if that means that people have trimmed on Ragavan or it's just I had like an unusually high number of hands that were just one drop or Ragavan plus Scion of Draco. Like I feel like Scion of Draco is in every one of my hands, whereas like Kavu plus Brawler were like less common, which is just kind of a variance thing. Overall, yeah, I don't know. We lost to our favorable matchups, and then we lost in game 1 to Living End, which I think is also actually a favorable matchup. I mean, some people might disagree with that, but like this is like one of the hardest matchups for Living End because you're a deck that applies pressure and has cheap permission and has incidental graveyard hate with Kavu and has like I'm playing Chalice, which like all these things would have been amazing. And I kept, if you remember, I think I kept a hand with like 6 that had like Ragavan Nacatl stub. And then they had both games, they had turn 1 Grief, and then they top decked a they had turn 1 Grief and a turn 3 Cascade spell, plus they top deck another Cascade spell to win the game. So that was pretty fun. And then against Tron, I don't think I had better sequencing. I think I did it right. Maybe I could have like not used the binding to fight over early Tron in game 2, but I think that was right to do. I just had to keep hands that I didn't really want to keep. Like I would have loved to keep the 7 or the 6, but there were 1-landers. I don't want to keep a 1-lander against Tron. And because if I play Ragavan and then they dismember it, then like it's over. So, but unfortunately, we just ended up with hands that were the combo, and the combo is just not that good against Tron. I think there could even be an argument to just like cut the combo entirely against Tron, or sorry, cut the guild packs. The thing is, like I was cutting bolts, and I'm like, I don't know what you would want over bolts. Like maybe, yeah, I don't know. And you also already bring in Force of Vigor, but I don't like Force of Vigor that much against Tron because like we don't have enough green cards. So if we're talking about like I'm gonna cut like what I'm gonna pitch a Brawler and a Nacatl against Tron to like keep him off Tron for a turn, that seems pretty bad. So I just needed stub to be able to stub the O-Stones. I didn't have it. And I don't think Prismatic Ending is worth it. So yeah, that's the only thing. Like maybe I'm just supposed to keep Bolt in and just like cut Guildpact entirely because you're like, the life gain doesn't really matter against Tron. The Hexproof maybe matters a little bit, but not that much because they can still wipe the board. And then they have other ways, they have Haywire Might, they have other things that can kill this. So maybe I just cut these 4 against Tron and then bring in these 3 plus these 2. So bring in 5 cards, cut 4, cut a Bolt, and maybe keep 3 Bolt in because at the end of the day I could just Bolt face and I have that reach. That might be better. I'd have to think about it, but that might be a better move because Guildpact's just not that good against them is the reality. Hopefully you guys enjoy this content. That was a long-winded explanation, but I ended up with a 3-2, which is not that good, but I think I played okay. There were some times when I didn't like play to my outs, but I don't think I like had any stuff where I was like, oh, I lost this game because I like misplayed or anything. I think it was just kind of bad beats mostly. Anyway, letting me know what you guys think of the list. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.